welcome to another episode number 4 of Out of State Birds. I'm Jesse Geddes here with Jamal Banyan and Juan Forno. How we doing, guys?
Yes. Good to be back. Pro Bowl weekend.
I guess number one question is, do we care? It's
I don't personally. I don't think I've ever watched the Pro Bowl
I
myself.
think I watched it in like 2003. I don't know, like
2003.
Yeah.
you know what I mean?
Well, now that they've got dodgeball in it, I might watch it, but only to see like Peyton Manning on the sideline get domed.
Yeah, I want like that's the shit that I want to watch is like the dodgeball, the fucking honestly, I'm glad they switched it to flag football personally. I
Mhm.
think keeping it as tackle, but then them not fucking tackling was pointless.
Yeah.
So now maybe they'll do some like crazy shit. They'll try and, do catches between the legs or like behind the back passes or some like Patrick Mahomes shit with his left hand. Make it interesting and fun to
Have them
watch.
play basketball. They should just pick up basketball.
Should.
That way they can tear the ACLs that way.
Don't they do like a dunk competition almost where they just see like who can do like the most outrageous catch or something like that?
I think so, yeah.
Yeah.
And I think I don't know really what the NFL is trying to gain out of it. I don't think it's a huge moneymaker. I get needing a week off between like playoffs and Super Bowl so everybody's as rested as possible to put on the best performance possible, I guess. But I mean, who watches that shit?
It should be like a Comic-Con, but NFL con.
Yeah. Like a fan experience thing?
Yeah, you just go meet a bunch of people, meet all the players every year.
Yeah, set up a booth and shit.
That way they can play games on their own. You know what I mean? Because I'm sure they gambling. I'm sure they're gonna be playing games. Is what I'm saying.
Yeah.
You can just sit around and watch them play their whatever game they want to play. You know what I mean?
They could do like a pros versus Joes. You pay for the fan experience, then you have to try and, not get juked by Lamar Jackson.
But it's got to be real Joes, no like college athletes, no.
Oh yeah, I'm talking like me.
Just some guy that's like, you know what? Yeah, I could do it.
This guy.
Do you guys think if you guys were the Joe, what would you want your like task to be? Would it be like run 5 yards, catch a pass? What would your like Joe feat be?
I'm getting a pick, dude. I'm gonna be a safety.
You're getting a pick.
A safety or a corner, maybe a corner if I'm feeling ballsy, but I'm definitely doing safety. I'm gonna be a safety.
You know what? I'm gonna have to put my money where my mouth is, and I'm gonna try and go up against Reed Blankenship, and I'm gonna see if I can catch a slant and just make it 10 yards. That's all I'm gonna see if I can do.
Can we do Joes versus Joes, and it's just the three of us trying to guard each other?
Oh, I'm picking you guys all day. You know
The fuck you are, dude. I am gonna turn you around and have 5 yards of separation for sure.
Nah, dude.
As I slow as
you're gonna drop an easy catch, and then I'm gonna be behind you like this. I'm gonna be like, no, sir.
Did absolutely nothing get cooked on the road and celebrate the incomplete pass?
No matter what happens, I'm doing this.
Like,
What was that? Doesn't matter.
Big. I wasn't even on the line.
The fucking safety wants an offensive pass interference flag.
Yeah.
No, nobody's pushing off 15 yards down the fucking field.
He helped me.
Yeah, I'm gonna blow both my ACLs doing a dig route.
Oh yeah, dig route ACL's gone for sure. Fucking, you might be able to tear like an ACL in one knee and an MCL in the other while fucking doing a dig.
Oh yeah, the more the merrier. I think I should get them all.
Why blow one knee instead of two when you could? I would rather be wheelchaired versus crutches.
Yeah,
just do them both.
That's soft. Only one knee.
Everybody comes back from that these days. Try fucking up both. So I think the consensus is none of us give a shit about the Pro Bowl.
Yeah.
No. I'll forget it's a thing until Bleacher Report tells me, Jalen Hurts won MVP of the Pro Bowl.
The fucking playing football game.
Yeah, he won the party game bowl.
Yeah.
They should just have him play Mario Party. And we can bet on that. Who's the best at Mario?
Dude, Jalen Hurts has got to be like the worst person to have at the Pro Bowl. Not skill-wise, but like I don't think that dude's a lick of fun. Like I don't think he's gonna relax at all. He's gonna be pissed off that he's there and not at the Super Bowl.
Speaking in riddles.
Speaking in riddles. They're gonna be like, Jalen, you were 30 for 32 with 600 yards in flag football today. Are you content? Nope. And that's all he's gonna fucking say.
Be like, what is content?
Yeah.
Be like, what? What does it mean?
Are we content with not playing next week?
You're like, what the fuck are you talking about?
And I'm just gonna be over there like, this guy's a genius.
Yeah.
It's certified crazy, man. I love it though. I love it.
Yeah.
Jesse led us with the ideas today, man. So it's all you, man. I'm letting you take the lead.
We don't care about the Pro Bowl. So the next really important question is Brock Purdy the new Tom Brady? So he's going into year 2, going into the Super Bowl, just like Tom Brady. Is it the same? Is it the exact same 6th, 7th round draft pick? What are we thinking?
I guess actually, I think if that's true, it's the battle of 2 Tom Bradys, because Patrick Mahomes is all the Super Bowl awards Tom Brady had early in his career.
Yeah.
So it's like, was it 3 Super Bowls he's got? 2 Super Bowls? 2. Like 2 Super Bowl vet Tom Brady versus first time made it here Tom Brady.
Yeah, I think it's a disservice to compare Tom Brady. And I don't know those old. I don't think we're there yet. And I'm not knocking Brock. Everybody's trying to defend Brock right now. And I don't think he needs to be defended. He's done things that most people can't do and aren't doing, as far as like, being a 7th round, the Mr. Irrelevant pick, and just seeing the field, let alone winning at a high level. But did Brady, like, the thing that pisses me off with these like Homer fans is none of them will accept the fact that Brock Purdy will dink and dunk to Deebo Samuel, George Kittle, Christian McCaffrey, and fucking Brandon Ayuk and say that he's Tom Brady. I don't think that's a fair comparison personally. I think that the closest comparable in terms of weapons would either be his Tampa Bay days or when Randy Moss was playing with the Patriots and they had Moss and I believe Gronk crossed at the same time. I could be wrong. But nobody has really had an offense with the amount of tools that San Francisco and Brock Purdy has. Like, that's
stacked off.
They have 4, if not, sorry, they have, I believe it's 4 all pros, and that's not including Trent Williams on the line. They have Juszczyk, they have Kittle, they have CMC, and then maybe Deebo. It might just be 3, but those guys could be all pro. Ayuk and Deebo could be all pro. So, is that truly a representation of Brock Purdy, or is it just having all the weapons in the world and a great offensive mind in Shanahan?
Well, I mean, everything's situational, and to be honest, everyone's a system quarterback. I'm just saying,
true.
You get any of these quarterbacks in my system, they're gonna lose.
And I think the best comparable is you put Jalen Hurts in the system that they were in this year, and all of a sudden he's down.
So I meant my personal system. If I was the head coach, like we lose. Even if we had Peyton Manning, we're gonna lose because I'm the head coach. You know what I mean? So like, it depends on everything. Depends on the situation.
It could be worse than what we saw the last 5-6 weeks of the season.
If you give Tom Brady this lineup, a young Tom Brady, he's going with the Super Bowl.
Yeah, he's winning the Super Bowl.
Right.
Yeah, he's going.
He just needed Randy Moss to go fucking 16-0 and lose in the Super Bowl.
I miss how Randy used to look over at him. We had a mismatch. He'd just be like, oh.
Let's go. We're gonna do this, right?
Well, then I think that brings up the next question. If he's not Tom Brady based on year 2 comparisons, is he going to be the next Eli Manning where he's the Tom Brady killer and he's going to be Patrick Mahomes' kryptonite?
Interesting take.
That's a good one.
Is he just going to have a great game where, he has 4 guys that are all yards after the catch kind of guys? Is this going to be the one where he airs it out and there's a David Tyree helmet catch and they win 21-17?
Yeah.
I mean, maybe. I mean, Mahomes is the closer version to Tom Brady right now based off the counting stats and the Super Bowl wins.
Yeah.
I think until somebody dethrones, Patty Mahomes other than Brady, because Brady was the one guy to do it, if I'm not mistaken.
So he was so close.
Yeah.
So, I mean, fucking personally for me, I don't I fucking hate San Francisco. They're the biggest whiny bitches in the entire fucking universe. Maybe that's because I'm in the Pacific Northwest and there's a lot of Niners fans up here that like cross mingle with Seahawks fans. But for some reason, the 49ers fans are way worse than the Seahawks fans, in my opinion.
They have Super Bowls. Well,
Yeah,
I guess the Seahawks too. They have more Super Bowls. That's how they have more.
yeah.
There's
Were
an
you
arrogance
ever-
that comes from being born with 5 Super Bowls you don't remember. You know,
Yeah, it helps. It's kind of
an
nice to
arrogance
be
that
born
comes-
into that.
Yeah.
The only reason that because I'm totally for the Chiefs this time around because Kelsey Love. But the only reason I would want San Francisco to win is because the last time the Chiefs beat the 49ers in the Super Bowl, we had a pandemic. So, just correlation, causation, who knows? I just want to avoid it altogether.
And
I mean-
also for Andy, still love my guy. You know what I mean? And if he gets another one, I could be like, he is better than Belichick.
It puts
A
them
little
much
bit. You know what
closer.
I mean? And a couple more, I could be like, haha, I have an argument.
It's true. Because the thing with Andy Reid is he's succeeded with a multitude of QBs on two different teams, right? Like,
Yeah.
in my eyes, there is a lot more consistency through Andy Reid than there is Bill Belichick. And it's just different. Everybody loves Andy Reid, and Bill is crazy.
Sorry, what?
I was just saying, who doesn't love Andy Reid versus Bill Belichick is like basically Darth Vader.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. He's gonna have to come back. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I think so, because right now you got to look at it and be like, well, I don't know if you're the best coach.
Seems like Tom Brady was the best player. We could guilt him into getting another team.
Right? It's interesting though, because like Brady free agent, couple teams are all in on him. Belichick free agent, he's going to go without a job, it looks like.
Yeah.
And it's, I think, a lot to do with how Belichick runs those programs, right? There's probably owners that are like, I don't want to give you that much power, especially if you're going to be here 2, maybe 3 years,
Yeah.
just based on age and what he's looking to do. Who knows? But that's what I heard was with the Falcons is Arthur Blank was like, I don't want to give you, like, I'm not firing my GM just so you can draft whoever you want. Like,
Yeah.
it
Arthur
seems
Blank's like,
like
what is same
Belichick's like-
age? Like, why would I hire you?
yeah.
Supposed to hire a young man.
You almost need it though.
Yeah. And yeah, because those young coaches don't have the greatest record, right? Like any of these coaches in the last few years in their late 30s, early 40s, they're maybe one and done, 3 and out. I mean, Belichick, he builds a franchise basically. So maybe he goes like the consultant route this year.
Yeah, he might be a defensive consultant. And if that's the case, definitely fucking bring him to Philly.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
I don't-
That way if our defense sucks half in the year, we can give it to Bill Belichick.
Yeah. Be like, you fucking take this over. I think like, man, if the team does not start, I think they got to be 9-3, 10-2. Otherwise, and the vibe's got to be good. Or otherwise, Sirianni is going to get the boot, and they're going to bring in either Vic Fangio or Kellen Moore, the new OC, to coach it. Those guys know what they're doing as coaches. So Nick's seat is hot based off of who they brought in. And if they bring in Bill to be a defensive consultant, it's even worse for sure.
Yeah.
So with that being said, Kellen Moore is the new offensive coordinator. Vic Fangio is the defensive coordinator. Do those hirings excite you, gentlemen?
They make sense. We wanted Vic, you know what I mean, last year or whatever. So we got him this year. Dolphins let him out the contract. Cool by the Dolphins. Didn't have to do that, I guess. And then what was the other one? Oh, Kellen Moore. I mean, Kellen Moore has worked a lot with, mobile quarterbacks. So I'm hoping it'll be good. I mean, Kellen Moore in Dallas, even though the offense was good without him, he put the ball in Dak's hands in situations, and then Dak has to do the thing, but he didn't. So like Jalen will hopefully, you know what I mean? So
Yeah, I think it's pretty interesting. I think with Vic Fangio on the defense, I think you kind of know what you're going to get. You're probably going to have a middle of the pack defense. With the way this roster is constructed, I think that's totally fine, man. If you have a 12th ranked defense in terms of points per game, I think the offense, as long as they're doing what they're supposed to do, and it's going to be fine, And I think there is a very, very a high basement and a low ceiling, to be exact. Like I think the defense is going to be middle of the pack, but I don't think because of Vic Fangio's experience and knowledge that we're going to be in that, bottom half of the league in terms of defense. And based off the tools that we have on offense, I think we'll be okay. I like the Kellen Moore signing strictly because I don't think there was a ton of better options. When the Cowboys offense was healthy, he put up 2 seasons where they were the number one offense in the entire league. That doesn't just happen by chance. The coach can definitely fuck that up for you. So they were scoring, and he's got a track record of scoring. There was once upon a time they thought he was Sean McVay, and obviously things went off the tracks because Mike McCarthy got rid of him because he felt like his job was threatened by Kellen Moore. Is kind of what my takeaway was. And then the Chargers are just a dumpster fire of an organization. So I don't know.
The Chargers offense was always fine.
Yeah, it was always
that
defense.
Goddamn defense.
Yeah,
man. What is that?
And Chargers offensive ranks aren't fair because Herbert missed a bunch of games too. When you
got
lose,
hurt of, so.
Yeah, you lose a star caliber guy like that, it's hard to put it on the OC.
I'm going to be calling the defense.
I'm okay with it personally.
Yeah, I'm good with it.
I mean, if he can get the production out of Jalen Hurts that he got for Justin Herbert when he did play, I'm not mad at the Kellen Moore signing. And then if, Sirianni does move on after that year, we have an offensive coordinator to keep installing his game plan, and then the offense just can keep moving the way it's going. So
the other thing with him too is first of all, I hate that he looks like he's 12 years old. Tough to be a leader of men when you look like you're late for fucking recess.
Some people just look like a Ken doll. Okay.
Some people. But that being said, I think he was kind of unfairly outed in Dallas, and I think he's going to be pretty motivated to stick it to them and run up the score. I would love to see them drop 48 points on the Cowboys as a big fuck you. And a touchdown within the last minute and a half after the game is more than out of reach.
Yeah. Just make sure it's the second game.
Yeah, just hand it off to the third string running back, get everybody some points.
Yeah.
Kill.
Do the Jameis Winston move and just be like fucking victory formation and hand it off.
There's nothing more fun than watching the score get run up on the Cowboys.
It's a beautiful thing.
A better feeling in the world.
It's a beautiful thing.
So with that, the thing that I was interested in is I haven't seen an announcement from Jason Kelce announcing his retirement. There's hope. There's hope. We can keep him for one more year.
Yeah, we might have Adam Scheftered it ourselves on this podcast and did a whole episode based on him retiring.
You're first, you know what I mean?
Yeah. He's gonna tell us to lose his number because he's just like, you suck at your scoops. So,
you guys' journalism is bullshit.
So now the next rumor is Fletcher Cox is thinking about retirement. Is there a way both of those guys convince each other to stick it out for one more year?
I see a path. I don't know if Kylie Kelsey will allow it. I think it all strings on what she says, and fucking all blessings to the queen, man. I'm not knocking her at all by any means. I think Jason loves the game, and it sounds like he's going to be around the organization in one way or another. I would love to see him as an O-line assistant coach, just because of how much he's given not only to this franchise but the entire game of football. I think it's time for him to retire. It's really hard on his body, and he's going to keep taking his lumps. Go be happy, man. I'm not saying quit the game of football, but maybe take a role that's less daunting on your body so that you can watch your kids grow up and run around the backyard and play with them and have fun. That's just my take on Kelsey. I don't know as much as Fletch because he's not nearly as much in the, mainstream media and TikToks and podcasts and whatnot. But I feel like the defensive tackle position is going to be all right with Milton Williams, Davis, and Carter. So if Fletch is ready to move on, I support that too. Is that a fucking cat? What just happened?
A ghost and shit.
One of my posters fell. Makes sense. Yeah, what you said.
Jamal, how fucking stoned are you right now?
Jason should retire. He should retire because I'm tired. I don't want to do the will you or won't you? Unless I think the only way he may not retire is if Travis wins in a week and a half and then goes, I got another one. And he's gonna be like, fuck it. And he probably just making this mission to make sure Travis doesn't win one and he'll come back from here. As for Fletcher, if the thing said he's gonna retire, I guess he is. The line would be fine. I hope he enjoys retirement.
With the retirements, we have some celebration for the Super Bowl because we have a really famous rookie that's made it to the Super Bowl first time. Super Bowl, Taylor Swift.
Oh yeah.
I don't know how she did it.
Maybe she'll
she made
swag
it to the Super Bowl.
Do we think she's actually going to be there though? Because I don't know if you guys saw her schedule. She's got a show in Japan the night before.
Ooh.
And it is possible. Like she can make it. They mapped it out and she can in fact make it. But
one thing I know is that girl likes to use her private jets. So if there's a will, there's a way. You know what I mean? But I'm sure she's probably been to a Super Bowl before. She's been famous for 10 years. I'm sure she's been here.
I don't know if she has though, because she wasn't really into it at all.
Yeah, but someone would just be like, you want Super Bowl tickets? You're in town here. You're famous.
Yeah, where they give it
you in the back, put a wig on you. No one know who you are.
If she was to be like, nope, can't make it. My show's really important. Do you think the NFL would slide her a couple chocolate coins under the table to get her to show up there and be like, we need to get to 200 million viewers?
I think they will rain check it.
Wait, special Monday Night Football Super Bowl.
Bring out that weather machine. You know the one from the jokes.
For the Dome Stadium in Las Vegas.
They're gonna bring it out and they're gonna make it thunderstorm or wherever. Where's the Super
Maybe
Bowl?
we can get the similar grass field as last year, so they postpone it.
Oh,
saboteur.
Yeah. I'm just still bitter.
Yeah.
I had a theory. I had a theory that she was gonna fly back. She was gonna come out during Usher's performance at halftime, and then Travis was gonna propose to her after she duets "My Boo" with Usher.
Oh my gosh! What you watched a Goofy movie recently?
Dude, break the internet, dog! Break the internet.
It would.
That
then at the
also...
very end, Kanye comes out.
Yeah.
Dressed in 49er gear.
Yeah, they do that at halftime though. What happens if the Chiefs lose? That's the saddest day of proposal you've ever heard. Be like, yeah, we got engaged this day, lost the Super Bowl.
Yeah, maybe you hold off on the proposal until the end of the game.
And then everyone's like, she fucking jinxed us. They got engaged and then we lost.
You thought 28-3 was a bad overcoming. There's gonna be 31-3, and the fucking Niners are gonna come back after that shit.
No. What if at the halftime show, Usher is getting ready to go and getting ready, set up, and then Taylor Swift comes on and does like Kanye and does like "Single Ladies" is the best video of all time, and he like steals his time, and she does her own show over top of his.
She could smack Usher with her pocket change, dude. It's no problem. Do you think, and I personally think it would be absolutely hilarious, but I would love to see Kanye West be like one of the guest appearances on the halftime show in 49ers gear. That would be the best thing ever.
Oh yeah. Just ignite a rivalry that is 10 years in the making.
Black guys and white girls fight. Fight to the death.
But the thing is, like, I think what a lot of people don't understand and is constantly overlooked, and you can hear it now with how people talk and react to Taylor Swift being at these games. But I think is like everybody doesn't see the NFL as a business. They don't see it as a money-making, money-printing machine. And so to suggest that Kanye West did guest appearance and do all this shit, it would be very lucrative for the NFL.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
So as wild as it sounds.
Well, I mean, think of how much they could charge for Super Bowl ads the next year where they're like, anything could happen.
That's what
we're going to tune in.
We're working on the script now, and you're going to want to pay those $3 million for 30 seconds.
Yeah. Unless you're in Canada, in which case you get the worst commercials in the history of all commercials.
Oh, that's just the Jesse problem now.
I
What
know.
does that mean? What do you mean? You don't get the same commercials?
No, we don't get the cool American commercials that they spend years making. We get just like dog shit Canadian ones that are local for like the nearest dealership.
Yeah.
Oh, that's awful.
So we have to like Canadians
So, wait, so what
typically
do
have to go
you?
onto YouTube hungover the next day and just watch all the Super Bowl commercials.
What do the people who go to Super Bowl parties there who don't like football do? And they don't watch their commercials. I don't.
They wait for Taylor Swift to pop up.
Oh my God, I'm starving. I
They
hope
go
they show it
crazy for
all game
25
for them.
seconds.
There should be a Taylor Swift cam
That's
that
your
you can put on
dream.
a different screen so people's wives and daughters can watch that shit.
But I think that's a better drinking game. Just every time Taylor pops up on the screen, do a shot.
Shot.
Not bad.
Where's our queen? Drink.
That's not bad. Can we get a Swift cast? Can we get a Swift cast like we have Manning cast?
Ooh, I would love to see pop
Where we
stars
go.
who don't know football do a game cast.
Oh my God, he caught it. That was so good.
Dude, Taylor Swift and Grande in the same room going over, like just trying to figure it out. Just that'd
I
be
think
amazing.
I think if we do a Swifty cast, we have to do it at the Super Bowl, but we only talk about Taylor Swift and ignore the entire game. We're just like, man, teardrops on my guitar slaps. And just like touchdown, you're like, oh, what's going on back there?
You're
The
like,
fucking
anyway,
game is
what-
behind us, but you can't really see it. Just enough to know that it's going on.
Um,
You guys
have
got
something
you
to
guys
say.
got Pro Bowl score predictions?
So
We'll
it's
do Super Bowl predictions next week. So I figure we'd do
okay.
like football predictions.
What is it? Touch? It's touch.
Flag football, I think, yeah, over
What
under
are the
on how
teams?
many flags get pulled. I don't know.
Is AFC NFC?
Yeah.
NFC. We're NFC. AFC. Best players are in the Super Bowl. Our best players are on the Eagles. So
It'll be 56-48 for NFC. It'll be the highest scoring game of all time.
99-6 NFC.
99-6. I'm not even gonna make a prediction. I just have one question.
You
Is
asked us.
is it a problem to bet on the Pro Bowl flag football game?
Oh yeah, you're a degenerate.
I want to make the most obscure Pro Bowl flag football bets. Like,
Oh yeah,
how many one-handed catches is Tyreek Hill gonna make?
all of them. He'll only do one-handed.
All of the one hand catch.
Oh, over under at 3.5.
Is 6 plus.
That's so dumb. Such a waste of time.
You guys think the tush push is getting banned?
That's a good question.
I don't think so. I haven't. Usually, they'll make a big announcement when something like that happens, like they did with the pass interference reviews. Like they really announced the shit out of that. If they were going to ban this because it was so popular and effective, you'd know about it by now.
Only one team. I was just saying, only one team made it good. Everyone else should have just did the normal QB sneak that's been working for 100 years. I don't understand why everyone else changed.
That's
That was
exactly
funny
it.
watching other teams do that.
I think like you could take it away and Jalen Hurts would still have the same fucking numbers.
Yeah, he'll just run. I think they'll just run the old quarterback sneak. That Tom Brady, he's like, there's an old one. Just do that. I don't know. It still works in Madden, the old one, so
Yeah.
it works in real life.
Tom
Maybe
Brady
get-
was just as unstoppable with a QB.
Yeah, that's what I'm
Maybe
saying.
get 1 or 2 yards instead of 4 or 5. That's all it would really change.
You don't get all the cool fancy options out of the thing.
That's also true too.
Do you guys think that let's take a look back at this past week's games. Let's start with the Ravens and Chiefs. Jesse, thoughts? Ravens and Chiefs?
I think that Lamar Jackson is this generation's Phillip Rivers. He's going to be great in the regular season, and then postseason, he's just going to eat a bag of dicks. And every time it's going to be Patrick Mahomes going to the Super Bowl.
I think that's Dak Prescott.
I was going to say, I think that's Josh Allen. There's so many fucking options.
Oh, and then the dude on the Chargers as well. Herbert, because he's on the Chargers. I mean,
Herbert's another one, man. There's all these guys that just cannot
he
beat
like, sometimes I see a
Patrick
highlight
Mahomes.
of his, I'm like, Rivers. Because they end up losing the game.
Yeah.
The only person that's been able to do it is Burrow.
Yeah.
Burrow's been the only guy. So, I mean, I don't think Lamar Jackson is a Super Bowl winning QB, but I also don't think Brock Purdy should be a Super Bowl winning QB, so who fucking knows?
Nah.
What does that even mean? What does it even mean?
I guess it would mean it's the coach's faults then that Lamar Jackson isn't playing in the Super Bowl right now. They ran like what, 8 or 9
I think it was like 8 times, yeah.
And 6 of those were Lamar Jackson for scrambles late in the game.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's not good coaching. Don't get me wrong. Your running quarterback should be able to throw the ball effectively and a lot, but doing it only doesn't make any sense. You know, you gotta run the ball. You know,
I'm pretty sure that coach is now the head coach of Seattle. I think he got hired today.
really
The Baltimore OC, yeah, got hired as head coach in Seattle.
interesting.
So
Good luck, Gino.
good luck, Gino. What'd you guys think about the Lions 49ers game and the decisions made by Dan Campbell to go for it consistently?
He stayed in character, and
He did stay in character.
He stayed true to his values, so I'll give him that. You know, I'll give him that. But
It legit felt like he was playing on Madden. He's like, we never punt on 4th down, no matter where we are. We're on our own 10, we go for it.
eventually, you got to punt that ball sometimes. Sometimes you
Yeah, kick field.
Oh, you got to kick the ball.
6
Take them points.
Yeah,
Take
you're
them
like,
points.
3 points is still points on the board in the middle of the game.
What was more of an epic collapse? The Eagles season going from 10-1 to 11-6, or the Lions giving up a 24-7 lead at halftime to miss an opportunity for their first Super Bowl appearance?
Eagles.
The Eagles.
Easy.
That one's a kind of a tough one because both eventually had high expectations.
Ours was over 2 months.
Yeah.
2
A
straight
lot of
months.
suffering.
Yeah,
What
ours
the
was
fuck is going on? You know,
it was death by 1,000 cuts watching those Eagle games, where at least the Lions, they got you excited, and then the Lions real hard at the very end.
it was the 49ers. So you're like, man, this offense is really like sputtering. This is strange. And as soon as you like thought about it, they were like, touchdown, touchdown. Okay, here it is.
They almost have to spot a 3-touchdown lead just to make it a game.
I just know anyone that blows a lead like that should be lucky that the Falcons exist, because we'll never
Oh, yeah.
like, it was gonna take so long for sports consciousness to get to a point where we're not thinking about that blowout in the back of your head watching a blowout. Well, at least it's not like that.
That one, at least that one still takes the cake for sure.
Right. That's like in school. If you get like beat up by a girl, at least you're not that kid who shit his pants. Like,
Yeah, but then the kid who shit his pants comes and beats you.
That's a bad day. That's a bad day. Any final thoughts? Anything to look forward to this week? Probably not. Just the Pro Bowl.
Nothing, man. I got nothing.
all the coaching hires have gone through, so all the exciting news is pretty much over and done with. So yeah, just get the Pro Bowl kind of over with, and then get juiced for that week before the Super Bowl leading up to it. Watching all the Pat McAfee clips.
There we go. Pat McAfee, get us psyched for this week to come. Get us hyped. That's it. That's all. That's this episode. Go Team Swifties. I mean, go the Chiefs. Whatever. Same shit.
Yay. Hey, over here. Hey. Kanye did nothing wrong in 2009. I'm talking about 2009.
Yeah.
Bro, we cannot end this episode with you fucking pumping up Kanye right now.
Why?
2009 Kanye.
Canceled.
He's related to Taylor Swift. They're related. They're fame related. There's an incident. I didn't do it. There's an incident. Yeah. I'm innocent.
It seems like some weird black loyalty right now.
Kanye is always innocent.
You know what? I'm going to play the fence on this one. I agree with both opinions.
How Switzerland of you.
Yeah. He said, there's good people in the Swifty camp and the Yay camp. There's good people on both sides.
There's good people on both sides. Somebody else fucking sign us off. I can't even with you assholes.
Eagles.
There we go. Thank you, everybody. This has been another wonderful edition of the Out of State Birds podcast.
I refuse. I will never caw with you assholes.
Come on, dude.
Go Birds. Go Birds.
Look at you doing, dude.